My name is Rosh. I create Beauty by Rosh with so much passion and ethos behind it. You can say that I tell my story with my brand. From the names of my lipsticks like Marcherie to honor my mom, who instilled so much of my qualities in me. Or my liquid eyeshadow, Santorini Sky, for mine and my husband's wedding. Everything about my brand comes from my personal. My mission is to create equality and inclusion in the global beauty industry. It's time, don't you think, for us brown women to be represented in the global beauty community. All the products you see are my hard work, passion, and love of beauty. I want you to experience my brand and everything it stands for. Beauty by Rosh.
Welcome to Danu on Fire right here on Hi TV, your luxury channel. I'm checking out Courtyard by Marriott, and I'm telling you, when you walk into this hotel, you have a lot of love coming your way. We are going to have a chat with this very beautiful girl. If you have not heard of her, she's the one who founded Beauty by Rosh. And if you are wondering who is Rosh, she's Rosh. There you go. That's how simple it is. So you had this craze for makeup.
Yes, I've always had it.
Always.
Yes, since I was a child actually, because
Okay.
my mom always used to love to do her makeup and dress well, and she was
Okay.
really into that.
And
So
she was
like,
always put together.
Yes, she was always put together. So I think as a child I always saw that, and I always I was an
Yeah.
only child, I was very close to my mom.
Right.
So it was her makeup kit that I first used to dip into and like do
Oh, okay.
eyeliner and
Right, right.
do things like that.
Okay.
And she encouraged me.
That's
she was
true.
cool.
And you know, this craze for makeup, have you ever gone through that, oh my gosh, what am I doing here moment after you have seen your earlier creations of yourself? You're like,
Yes, because I feel like everyone changes, especially
Yes.
with age, right?
Yes.
Like we don't like the same things we used to like, and I think that's fine. Like I don't look at myself when I was a teenager or when I was 20 and go, oh my god. I'm like, well, it is what it is. You know,
Yeah.
everyone in our age group at that time in the 90s or 2000s,
Yeah.
we were dressing like that.
And also
we
it
were doing
looked
that.
good then.
It looked good then.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't look ridiculous then. Now it looks ridiculous. We didn't know what we
Yeah.
know now.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, everything has changed. Even like as short as like 5 years ago, things are different,
Yeah.
right? Like how we do our makeup and
That is
how
true.
we dress and what we like with age and things like that. How we do our nails. Remember like the crazy neon nails that we used to, I mean, like,
yeah, those are now going.
Yes.
Yeah, but craze is also always there.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, in this, you sort of created a brand, and it's not easy to create an own makeup brand because there's so many out there, and in Sri Lanka itself we have so many.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
how good they are is a question, but they're there.
It's hard. Like I think getting started was easy. I know this is like not what people say. People say getting started is the hardest. For me personally, getting started was easy because to be honest, I'm not scared of failing. So it's
Right.
like whatever, right? Like
Yeah.
you do it, it goes right, doesn't
It
go
doesn't,
right.
yeah.
Well, I tried. I'd rather have tried and
Yeah.
taken the risk. So starting was easy, but continuing, consistency, keeping the business going, that's harder, right? And especially like as a new brand. Obviously, when you're 20 years in, then it's easy again,
That's true.
right? Like 10 years in, it's easy again because
And
you're
also there's a lot
established.
of risk factor involved.
Yeah.
Because it's like you are investing your capital, your money. And
Yes, and it was
yeah.
all my own money, right? Like, so I don't have anyone else helping
Backing
me.
you up, yeah.
No. So, and like, we had to find creative ways to obviously create this brand, right? And like everywhere where I can cut costs, I had to. I had to do most of the work, or 90% of the work, right? A lot of the things that people see, it seems like there's a huge team.
It's
but
not.
It's not.
It's you and your 2 hands. That's
Yes.
3 people there.
Yeah, I literally like created my product labels, my boxes. I got Canva and I did it, you know, because otherwise you're gonna just keep saying, oh, like, but I don't have the money to get a designer. I don't have the money to get a photographer to do the photos.
You just need to get off the ground.
Yes,
yeah.
you just have to get up and do it, and it's a lot of work. But if you're willing to do the hard work, I feel like getting started, you just have to do it, right?
I was really proud last year when I went into Colombo Fashion Week, and they said, we would like to say a big thank you to our makeup partner, Beauty by Rosh. And I was so happy to see such established brands who have displayed their work. And then there she was, a person who I knew, who I have sung with at choirs, to have her own little counter, have her brand being tried out and tested by people, was such... for me, at that moment I wrote you, and I was so proud to see a local brand. Did you ever think that it'll be something that people would like to try?
No, I don't think that far ahead. That's how I do things.
And that's how you can maintain sanity, I think.
Yes, because if you try, like, this may not apply to everyone, this may not be good advice even, I don't know.
But this is what works for you.
This works for me, and this is what I've always done. I don't do 10-year plans, what I want to be in 10 years, what I want to be in 5 years.
You might be dead, you never know.
You don't know, you know, because I always think to myself, 10 years ago, I would have never thought I was going to be here. I was in a completely different place, right? So like, you can't predict those things. You just got to do with what you have and like do the best you can. But no, I wouldn't have known that it was going to be like that, but I'm so happy that it
has
did.
come there.
Yeah.
And I'm so proud as well. Well, that's one of the reasons I really wanted to speak to her. Let's speak a little bit more about the brand when we do come back. And also, I need to ask her one key question. Is there a no-no zone for boys to use makeup? Welcome back to the show. It's Danu on Fire, and we're checking out this beautiful place, and we are speaking to Rosh, Beauty by Rosh. Now I want to ask you, there's always a stigma with boys buying makeup. I'm not talking about makeup like what we're wearing for TV, but makeup that gives them, like, you know, pigmentation removal, just so when they go out they look nicer, removing the under eye circle, all of those things.
Yeah.
Especially Sri Lanka will take a long time because, you know, we never went to like a salon for the longest time. Barber and that's it.
Cut your hair.
Yeah, that's it. You know, the blackheads can just be there for good. But I'm just asking you, how do you think that is changing now?
It is where I am. Obviously, in Australia,
you see, of course,
But I think it will change here as well. Just like everything has changed, right? It just takes a little bit of time.
Yeah.
And the more people who do it, the more others will feel comfortable to do it. Look, my brand is inclusive, and we are catering to everyone. So it doesn't matter if you're a female or a male, it doesn't matter how you identify yourself. And in our campaigns also, I try to make sure that we represent everyone.
And all colors.
All colors, all sizes. Because in Australia, one thing I find is it is quite inclusive, or at least they try to be.
Yeah, which is a nice thing.
Yes, and even the government tries to be. There's a lot of initiatives, a lot of things that they do to try and make everyone feel included and everyone to feel equal. So it's a great place to do something like this, and it's easy for me to find models of darker skin, African American, like anyone, any region. I have like Asian models. I have different types of people who are like in my campaigns, men, women, and I have pictures of men trying out my masks, all of those things, because I want to encourage everyone should take care of themselves,
Correct.
not just women,
That is
and
true.
not just at some age.
Yeah.
People just think, oh, like that age category 30 to 40, you take care of yourself or something.
Which
Young
is not
people
the
don't
case,
need,
yeah.
older people don't need, but everyone, it's how you represent yourself, and I think it makes people feel good.
Yeah, it
like
gives
about
you like a boost of confidence that
100%.
you want to put your best self out there.
Yeah.
Something that I've noticed is we have a problem with finding makeup to match all the skin tones. We are not as dark as it can get, but we do have such a variety of skin tone.
Yeah.
How have you sort of incorporated all of that?
So when it comes to my lipsticks and all of my products, actually, we try to make sure that it's actually brown skin friendly. I mean, because I am Sri Lankan, and
so you want to keep that.
Yes, and I really want to try and give, because I know when I used to be younger, it was hard, and it was also the unknown. You watch YouTube videos of, this is why I started on YouTube a long time ago. We watch all these
Makeup
white girls do makeup,
and then you
right?
try to do that and you look like Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Yeah. And not all the shades. For example, they will say a lipstick color that's great on their skin tone, and then you
Like
try
purple.
it and it looks terrible on you. So I wanted to create shades that were brown skin friendly, that anybody can use, and there's a variety of colors for, it's something that I've gotten a lot of feedback about, which I'm really happy about, because makeup artists use them and all that it goes with so much of skin tones, right? Such a variety. So that's how we are trying to do it. And if we're doing complexion, which is it's not easy to make makeup, right? Like it's not an easy task to just go out there and be like, oh, I'm going to make this product and that product.
True.
But if we do complexion, that's something I really want to focus on darker skin tones. And it's pretty sad that, especially in Sri Lanka, even brands that are from Sri Lanka, there's not enough. There's not enough shade variety, because if not here, then why are we having to look internationally for our shades?
Correct.
So we should try and breed that here, because we have so many people
Correct.
who, like, sometimes even me, some of the shades look ridiculous, even and I'm considered like fairer.
In this country,
in this country, and I still can't
you
sometimes.
fall under the Sudhu Baba.
But
category.
it's so sad, and like this whole stigma behind, it's changing in some
certain areas, of course.
some classes of society.
Yeah.
But I think it's not enough. There has to be more education on it, more girls represented in campaigns to say, like that girl is so like kocha lassanai, right? But it's always like, yeah, lassanai kalu girl connector. She's nice for a chubby person.
There's always like, yeah, lassanai
හැබැයි.
kalui.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you, when you were starting things off at this point, trying to, not everyone wakes up in Sri Lanka and says, I want to just do makeup and eventually make my products. Did people question your sanity?
For sure. I mean, I think people thought I was silly. I think that was a good word to use.
They're she's trying to dress up a profession.
Yeah, oh honey, oh honey, that's cute. Oh, you do you, boo. I get a lot of that. Although I'm not like that. I'm very I don't know. I'm not like that. I'm not a very sass. I'm not. That's not who I am. But
Bridgetine, no. We were Catholic school, we were brought up by the nuns and the priests, so we don't have the sass in us. Yeah.
But and also I think it was silly. It was all fun and games, right? Oh, you do you, it's so cute, right? And I suppose even when I started first filming, so I used to be in marketing, right? So I have a background in marketing, and I was doing that for a while, and then I just started filming on YouTube. I quit my I had a business with that, but I quit it, and I did in my room, I used to make makeup videos. Even my parents, they are such supportive, good people, but they
but
was
yet, they were
sure what
honey, pau me duwa ættatama. Pau.
They were why don't you you're so good at you can do a corporate job or something else, you're smart, why aren't you doing something? But I was but this is what I'm passionate about, and I can make something out of this.
And explaining not the stereotypical career line could be a bit of a hard task. All right, we need to get into a break. When we do come back, after we sort of indulge in this fabulous looking meals that they have for us, will speak a little bit about her life. Like, end of the day, she's also a Colombo girl, went to Bridget's, got married. We need to speak about that and more when we do come back after. Welcome back to the show, our final segment. We're chilling out at these cozy little spots that you find here at Courtyard by Marriott. Actually, the lobby itself is so gorgeous. I don't think you might want to check into the room. You might just want to lounge here. This is your first time you're seeing this place.
Yes, it's the first time I'm seeing many
lot of
places.
places.
Because I haven't been to Sri Lanka in 5 years, so a lot
that's
has changed. Yeah.
But you still know how to bargain a trishaw and the whole works, right?
Sure. Let's go with that.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you, what was I going to ask you about? Your husband. So when did wedding happen? Marriage happen?
Wedding happened about 4 years ago. I think we got married about 4 years ago.
And then both of you all flew to Aussie?
No, I had already gone to Australia. So he's from Melbourne. So I'd already gone and been with him. And then we got married in Europe. We did a little
tour.
Yeah, like we did a little Santorini wedding, just with only close friends and family. Yeah. And then a little honeymoon thingy. And so he's the kindest person I know. He's very, very a good-hearted person.
But it takes a lot for a man to support a woman who is very driven.
Yes, he's very supportive. He is not at all threatened. So that's saying a lot about him.
Do you do makeup on him?
I do masks on him. I try to wax him once in a while and he hates it. And he's like, I don't know what to do. Like, stop. She's like, stop. Why are you doing this? Babe, stop. But I do his eyebrows sometimes. I think his friends will watch this and like bug him now to return.
That's fine. But where have you waxed him?
So have you seen this desert? Looks nice.
Now, you're talking about cherries there?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now we all know where it's waxed. You had to take me there.
I had to.
Yes,
I had to. And you're meeting him soon. So,
that's very true. So. I'm going to check on the cherries. Anyway, just wanted to see. Now, when, did you have a hard time in school or were you like a loved one in school?
What do you think?
I don't know.
I don't think... I didn't like school. I didn't like the teachers and stuff. I had a hard time with them, but not with not with peers and classmates. I did a lot of activities. Like I was in drama, I was in choir, I was in like all of the things.
Yeah.
Like I was involved because I think that's where I like to stay busy.
And that's how you get your personality developed as well.
Yes. Yeah. So that's how I always used to be. So I was always busy in school. Like I was always doing choir or drama or something, but I was never in class. So the teachers didn't like me very much. Now they like me.
Yeah.
Now they love me. So they're on my Instagram and they talk to me, they love me.
Cool.
But not all the teachers didn't like me, that's not fair to say, but some thought that I was stupid. So because I was never in class, and then I'll tell a story. So one of my teachers I won't mention because she told me I was going to fail my A-levels out of concern. Straight up, out of concern. She said, at least try and get a simple pass because it's, for your parents' sake. And I was just like, cool, can I go now? And I got an A because I always studied. I did all my stuff.
But you were just not what the system wanted you to be.
No, I wasn't. And I wasn't very obedient and my parents were always very chilled and cool. They let me be me. And I think that's what nurtured me to become who I am today. Because they allowed me to be that.
Yeah. If you're not unapologetically you, you're never going to discover yourself.
Yes. No, you're not. And I feel like you need to have that space to do that with your parents, with your husband, with your partner, with anybody. Because I think that's when your true self will just develop and come out. And it takes a long time for it to happen, but these are those little building blocks, I think. So.
But back in the days, I don't think Sri Lanka ever saw makeup or even this kind of a demand for people to be so well put together. Now we see so many people coming forward, creating a career out of it and being paid in big bucks. That's a great thing. And it's amazing. I think y'all have paved the path for younger people to be interested in this and choose it as a career. So Beauty by Rosh is available in Sri Lanka. It's available with Crystal. Then who
And
else?
at PR,
Okay.
Concept Store. We will be soon at Ramani Fernandez Salons as well. Ramani has been so supportive
she is.
through the whole Colombo Fashion Week
Yeah.
process, because we work closely together to create the looks for the runways, because she uses my products to do that. So
And she's one of those people who is such a veteran, such a senior, but ever so willing to learn from anyone.
Yes.
Ever so kind, and that she's one of a kind.
she's
There aren't
been
many.
so supportive and just, I never knew her. I just know her through Beauty by Rosh, through the brand that I've created. It's not like I'm any relationship to her before, but she's been, so soon at her salons as well, and at PR and at Crystal. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, I think sky is the limit. I'm so proud to see your brand grow. I think I was so excited when they announced it this year as well, that official makeup partner. It's always nice to have a local brand and also a person who has gone through it all and achieved something amazing. I wish you only the best, Rosh, and may you create more and more products.
Thank you.
And on that note, we need to wrap things up. Thank you so very much for joining us on Danu. Thank you to our friends here at Courtyard by Marriott. You guys are so nice. We will see you soon. Until then, you keep smiling. It's a wrap.